Hi,
Hi,
Michael. How are you?
hi, Rachel. Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So to start, I love, in season one, most of the time you're playing a man who's just trying to like connect with his friend again. And so now when you're heading into season two, how is it a bit more freeing to have this character not have to grow so much to get the attention of his friend that he so wanted in season one?
Um, I think that yeah, the relationship gets mended. It has been, at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of season one, it has been a year of basically being on the outs with each other, um, and they get to mend the relationship. And now that we've sort of like leveled up, um, we explore what it is now, what life is going to be like now, and I think the coolest part of the relationship with Jimmy and Brian is exploring what an adult version of their relationship is like, because they met in college, they became best friends in college, and then Brian came out of the closet and they stayed best friends. But what we get to explore a little bit in this season is that just because a person comes out of the closet doesn't that's a huge thing. That's not happenstance. That's a huge thing. He was pretending to be something he wasn't, and now this is his true self. And the relationships that bridge that um, have to evolve with it. They don't just stay the same. They evolve with it. And I've never really seen that relationship explored on television. And so I was really proud of that this season, that the writers put that in and that we got to do that.
Yeah, I love seeing it. And I also love, I between season one and two, obviously, I've seen you now. I saw you in Once Upon a Mattress.
Oh,
And so it's seeing the comedy that you do for something like that on stage, which is obviously bigger because it's a theater production, and it is this sweet, sweet little himbo of a man who is like has no brain cells, versus something like this where Brian is someone who cares so deeply for his friends and like is trying to figure out his life, but is still very funny. For you as an actor, how fulfilling is it to do those two things kind of not simultaneously, but like so close together?
totally. It is. I mean, I'm the luckiest guy I know. I got to do Once Upon a Mattress. Well, I was in Spam a lot, and then Once Upon a
Mm.
Mattress, and then we went back and did season two, and I came back to Once Upon a Mattress. So Once Upon a Mattress really bookends season two for me, and they are totally different guys. I mean, I love what you just said, a himbo with no brain cells. My gosh, that's so good. Um, he he very much. I mean, so Prince Dauntless in Once Upon a Mattress very much suffers from Arrested Development, maybe even a
Yeah.
little Munchausen by proxy, and so he's growing up before your eyes in that
Mm.
show, which is really cool. Um, Brian is far more intelligent and surrounded by far more capable people, but also I mean, if there's anything to compare the two, it is that um, that they are they're both kind of childlike, and
Mm.
now Brian, who is 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 growing up in a way in front of us, getting married now, considering fatherhood.
Mm.
His relationships are very adult, uh, and he's having to be the grown up and even take on some pretty major responsibilities in season two. It's a very cool thing to play. It is as an actor, you get to you get to play the a character's hardest moments.
Mm.
Um, and sometimes on TV, you play the same moments over and over again. Essentially, it's like you put this character in a situation and it's funny. This is These characters are the situations, and they are growing and changing before your eyes. I didn't expect this to happen at season. I mean, I was looking forward to anything they threw my way. I would have been very happy to just be, you know, stuck in an elevator, or like helping deliver a baby in the backseat of a taxi, whatever random comedy storylines you might think of. But what the writers did with Brian this season exceeded my expectations, and I was very lucky to get to play all this stuff.
I can't wait for everyone to get to see it. I love shrinking so much. So thank you so much for talking with me
Oh,
today.
thank you so much.
Have a great one.
You too.